In this video, we're going to look at third normal form, the final normal form that we're going to look at in digital solutions. And so far, the first two normal forms we've looked at are fairly straightforward. Most students understand having a unique attribute, having attributes that only contain a single piece of data. But third normal form is usually where they get a little bit tripped up. So this is where we want to start minimizing the duplicated data, eliminating redundancy. And it's done through the process of accessing what's called a foreign key. So a foreign key is a bit of data that points to the primary key of a related table. So an example of that can be seen between our customer and our order. All right, so the primary key of our customer table is the email address for the customer. So in our order table, how we would identify the customer is by that email. So maybe just to make it a little bit easier for us to see, I'm going to call that customer email so that we know that that's referring to the email. All right, so basically what we're saying is for this order, we're looking for this book and this customer has ordered it. Because we can refer to the customer's details through this connection between the email and customer email in the order, we have some other bits of data like address, suburb, postcode, which are going to be the same for both the customer and the order. Because obviously, if this customer is ordering, then they're going to have this address, this suburb, this postcode. So because of that, we can actually remove these attributes. So address, suburb, postcode, all gone, because we can get the address from the customer through the email. All right, so customer email would be the foreign key in the order table. Obviously, order ID is still the primary key, but customer email speaks to the primary key of the customer table. All right, so we don't have to include what we call non-key data in the related object. All right, so similar with our book. So our book is being identified by the ISBN. So the book is the foreign key, ISBN is the associated primary key. So that's fine. We haven't included title, which I've just realized has been spelled wrong this whole time. That's a bit embarrassing. I'm not going to re-record all this. So if you've been following along and seen that error, well done you. Author, we haven't got a double of, but we have doubled up on price. So we don't need to include the price here because we can derive the price from the book object. So we can actually remove price. And so now you can see that our order has decreased somewhat. We've only got the primary key, which is the order, the two foreign keys that point to the customer and the book information. Quantity and date we do need to leave in because they're obviously only related to the order. But we can just tidy this up a bit and we've now got a refined order in third normal form. So obviously we've covered the customer, the order, the book is fine. I guess the one relationship we haven't got a connection with is between the publisher and the book. All right, so the publisher's name and email doesn't appear anywhere in the book, right? And the book details don't appear anywhere in the publisher. So we do need to add a foreign key in this instance, and I'm going to add it into the book section. And I guess we'll sort of explain why in a bit more detail in the next video. So publisher, oh, hang on, that didn't work. Publisher, And so again, I guess if you like, you can float the foreign key up to the top, just so that you've got primary key at the very top and then the foreign key connection there. You might be saying, well, do we need a connection back to the order? Because in the order, we had a connection to the book and the email. And the answer to that is we don't, because we've already got the connection one way. We don't have to have the connection both ways. All right, so we've got publisher and name. We don't have to go publisher and book. So you can have objects or tables if you're in an ERD that don't have foreign keys. That's perfectly okay. So basically every table needs to have, or every object needs to have a primary key, but not every object or table needs a foreign key. What is required is every relationship must have a primary and foreign key to connect it. So we've got that through the publisher, we've got that through the book and order, we've got that through the customer and the order, which is the three relationships that we've defined. Okay, so once we've got to this stage, we've now achieved a third normal form.